Traders, good afternoon. December 17, 2014, 2:02 in the afternoon. What we want to do is we want to get in long Netflix. Netflix right here at 330.42. Hit that market. It's up 13 plus points, almost 14 points today. But it looks like it's heading higher and we're trying to reap those rewards. Remember, in the previous tutorial, we actually were short Netflix. We covered Netflix, and at the end of the tutorial, we profited about $600 to $700. Now, it wasn't that great of a trade, but hopefully, those trades wasn't that great, but hopefully coming in this tutorial, our trades will be a lot better. Okay, so we just long Netflix, and now we're gonna long Alibaba. Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. It's gonna be a long. Longing at market 107.96 is just as good as any price over here. Oh, we got filled at 107.9599. Okay, so we got filled over here, and our stop order for Netflix. Let's just place our stop order for Netflix first. Our stop order for Netflix will be right here at the second support level. So I'll pay attention to our stop order right now. It will be at 320.79. It's 320.80 this low, so our stop order is at 320.79. And for Alibaba, our stop order will pretty much be right here. We shouldn't be risking any more than this bad boy right here, and that's 107.25. So a penny below that at 107.24 for Baba. I'll pause it right here and provide you another update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com, and now you see the Dow is exploding. We flipped our order recently in the last tutorial, and I just started a new one. I haven't even updated and posted the last tutorial. So if you really like to see how we got in short on Netflix and how we got out of position and how we just flipped our order, I recommend you watch the previous tutorial as well. Even though that tutorial wasn't as spectacular as some of the others that I provided on WorldTradingInstitute.com and on our YouTube feed. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, it's 2:11 in the afternoon, December 17, 2014. What I want to do right now is get in long JetBlue at market price at 14.81. So let's get in long. Oh, got some there. Well, still, just some. Okay. Not going to get the rest. Come on. Come on. Let's get them. Ooh. It's close. We're at 81s waiting. Come on. It's part of trading. Oh, here we go. Can we get out 81s? Boom, there we go. Alright, so now we're long JetBlue. Sorry about that, but we're long JetBlue. We're long JetBlue like we're long Netflix and Alibaba. Okay, so we long JetBlue over here at 14.81, and our stop order will be a penny below the low of today at 14.31. Okay, so remember that our stop order now is at 14.31 for JetBlue. Pause it here. Traders, good morning, December 18, 2014, 10:41 in the morning. Alibaba gapped up over here, trailed back down. Remember, got stopped out over here. Literally took us out at 107.23. Our stop order was at 107.24. Then shot up. Okay, shot up, gapped up, opened up higher. We should have took a better risk for our stop order. It happens to all traders. Am I mad at it? Yeah, I guess times stuff like this can piss you off when it takes you out and goes your way. JetBlue. Remember, we picked up JetBlue yesterday, and right now it's at 15.35. We picked it up at 14.81, so we're up about 50 cents a share on JetBlue. Remember, we have about 700 shares long. Our risk ratio is 50 cents a share when we got into this long position. As for Netflix, we got into we got in 330.42. We placed our stop at 320.79, just about 10 points or so. We only picked up 30 shares because 30 shares times 10 points is about $300, right? Maybe a little 300 change or so, but it's under the 350 mark. The reason for that is we risk our trades about $350 per trade. We reduce our share size. Our share sizes are different in every single trade depending on our risk to reward ratio. Okay, so right now Netflix is at 336 and change. We got in at 330 and 42, so we're up about 5.5, maybe close to 6 points for the day on Netflix. I'll pause it right here, provide you guys another update real soon. It's probably going to be sometime in the late afternoon because I got to step away right now. Okay, but hopefully Alibaba goes down because I would like to get into this long, but it's playing its gap. Doubt it's going to happen. Dow's up another 233 points today. Nasdaq's up 67 points today, and the S&P is up 27 points right now. So the market is exploding the last 2 days in a row. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update sometime throughout the afternoon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. Courses are available to save 10% off on any course of your choice. When you go to WorldTradingInstitute.com, choose a course of your choice, go to the checkout window, and when you do, type in the coupon code 2015. You'll save an additional 10% off of what the total cost price is. Remember, this is WorldTradingInstitute.com, and I am the instructor of WorldTradingInstitute.com. My name is Zelman. Once again, I'll provide you guys an update soon. Traders, good afternoon. 4:30 in the afternoon. I just got back in literally 10 minutes ago. It's December 18th, 2014. And let's just do a market wrap up. Let's see what JetBlue, Alibaba, and Netflix has done for the day. Let me just go back to one day so we can see what happened the previous day. All right, let's start with JetBlue over here. Pretty much dropped the very first 10 minutes and then continued up higher ever since, right? Traded sideways throughout the day after around 10:30 in the morning. Stagnating trade sideways all day after that. Doesn't look too bad. Gaps up. It's going to look real well if it gaps up tomorrow, Friday, before the market Friday is the last trading day before the week of the close. So we will like to look at the weekly bar, see how strong how they are. Well, this looks good, especially if JetBlue has a higher ends up higher tomorrow than today's high. It will, today's close, it will look really good coming into next week on Monday. For Alibaba, let's take a look over here. Remember, we got stopped out at the lows. We put our stop order penny below here at 107.24 as our stop. And went to 107.23. It took us out. We actually got filled at 23. And then it went right back up. The market closed, it gapped up at the open and then trailed back down, but it seems like it's still above the support level. It seemed like it also created a new base. So we'll see what happens coming in tomorrow. And remember, we did enter an accurate stop. Maybe I should give it more room to run. My position on Alibaba was more of a day trade than a swing trade or a trend trade because I took such minimal risk. And in the end of that trade, as the trade developed, it pretty much bit me, took me out, and went my direction. This way, I'm not a big fan of day trading. I prefer trading methods that are a little bit, you take a little bit more risk, but you're able to hold a position to a following day and see what happens. Then we got bit here, we got stopped out, headed higher, gapped up, and you're talking about three points from where we got stopped out. Remember, we took a $300 risk. It was about $300 on this trade, maybe a little bit more. But if we haven't lost $300 on this trade, we would have made about $750 return if we got out of its high. Not saying that's what we would have done, but I'm just showing you the results of getting stopped out. Okay, and this is why I believe you should adjust your stop orders more appropriately yesterday, even though that was a correct stop order as a day trade. As you can see, this is why 95% of day traders are not successful, because of the consequences like this. It happened to me as a trader. It happens to everybody, but day traders use this specific method, and it sometimes bites them. And that's what it's done with me for Alibaba. Okay, with Netflix, as you can see, it gapped up today. Went to as high as 342.50. That's superb. It closed at 334. Remember, we longed Netflix at 330.42, so we're up about 4 points or so right now. And we have our stop at 320.79. We could adjust our stop, and just bear with me. I'll tell you what our new stop order is. Okay, we're on the crosshairs. So our new stop order will be 328 flat. So remember, now our stop order for Netflix is $328 flat, opposing to the 320.79, right? So we're taking pretty much, we're capturing pretty much about a little over 7 points of risk reward ratio. Now on 30 shares, 7 points is about $210 or so. Okay, so now we just captured an additional $210 risk. So now our risk is $210 less than what it originally was, which was $300. So that means we're risking about what, 90, maybe $120 or $130 or so, but we're minimizing our risks, and that's how you trade, and that's how you're a profitable trader in the markets. Okay, so an individual that does not try to minimize their risk or capture their profits, they're set up for failure. All right. So we update our stop order Netflix. We're not in Alibaba. It's a shame, but maybe we'll capture it if we are able to get in. But let it still trade out. We'll see what happens moving forward. It does look like it's going higher. For JetBlue, we have our stop order for JetBlue at 1431, and you know what? That's the correct stop order. 1432. That's for the weekly. Still strong, yeah. That we still will have to give that 1431 stop order on JetBlue trade. So our stop order won't change for JetBlue, and the market's up 421 points today. The Dow's up 421. The Nasdaq is up 100 plus. I knew that there was a turnaround coming in the markets, and I called it getting out of the last tutorial and flipping out orders and going along in this tutorial. Okay, if you review the last tutorial prior to this one, you'll see what we did. We weren't spectacular on our trades, and I didn't capture profits on Netflix, which really harmed me, and it stopped me from getting a 2,000 plus profit for I believe it was 7 or 8 trading days, and it ended up for a $700 profit in 7 to 8 trading days. The reason for that, well, I didn't adjust my stop order and try to capture profits. That's what I mean. If you're not able to capture profits, if you're not able to adjust your risk appropriately and try to cut your losses or capture profits, you're set up for failure. Okay, and that was a perfect example on Netflix. But we did profit for the whole time of the tutorial. But that was the whole situation. Had I not adjusted my stop order, remember we got out. I believe we got out. You know, I'm just trying to think. I believe it was around 328 or so. That's where we got out of Netflix, right? So that's where we got out of Netflix. So, you know, now it's 334. We pretty much would have broken even, right? So that didn't happen with us, thank God. Okay, so for example, we shorted, here we go, I have it right in front of me now. We shorted at 341.83, right? And we placed our stop at 329.50. Our original stop prior to that one was 339, which obviously it hit today, so we would have took a larger loss. We pretty much would have, you know, only captured $200 profits, a little bit, maybe a little bit more, maybe $250 profits, and we would have had a negative, I guess, week or so of trading, right? The fact is we capture profits at 329.50. Excuse me, and yeah, the fact that we capture profits at 329.50 just gave us, kept us positive. Now, if I got out at pretty much 320 or 317, I would have captured an extra 1,000 or so. It went to as low as 315.50. So I could have captured, you know, an extra $1,000 or so if I did trail down my stops, but I haven't. If you guys look at the last tutorial, I said I wanted to see what it does the first 10-20 minutes. Well, after the first 20 minutes, it shot up about like 10 points within 10 minutes after that. So yeah, it harmed us, but we got out. We flipped that order. We still made a profit on it, but this is what I mean, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and not behave in such a manner. Remember, 95% of traders are not successful for a reason. Excuse me, day traders. I should not say traders. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update sometime tomorrow, Friday, December 19, 2014. Remember, my name is Zelman, and this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. Traders, good morning. It's 11:21 in the morning, December 19, 2014, which is a Friday. Just got back in, taking a look at the markets. It looks like the markets are pretty sideways, but it looks like for Netflix, it's forming a reversal head and shoulder, so we can see another leg up move by the end of today. It seems like Alibaba is trying to do the same thing. We'll see what happens. Remember, we got stopped out of Alibaba. Let me just back it up. Let me do a 3-day. Man, we got stopped out over here at Alibaba. It took us out and then went back up, right? Took us out and went back up, and now it's trading here. Looks like a reversal play again. So if this reversal play is in effect, we'll call this long get in. We got stopped out before, but we're trying to capture profits, right? So we'll see what happens. Let's put it back on the 1-day. Jetblue pretty choppy ever since yesterday, but it looks like it's going to try to head and make its move higher by the end of the day. So we can see a huge market up move by the end of today. Let's just pull up the Dow in the center. Show you what that looks like. What's going on with the markets. Okay, stabilized. It looks like it has upward move. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so it's probably going to be choppy throughout the day because remember the market was up 400 plus points yesterday. Right, so it would be nice to see if the market can progress and capture another 150 points or so. Will help us out on our longs on JetBlue and Netflix. Okay, so the market's now, the Dow's up about 18 points right now. So we'll see what happens. Remember, there's over 4.5 hours left of trading. So let's take a look at Zillow. Just curious what that did. Oh, wait. I have to actually type in the ticker symbol. Okay, so Zillow's at 108 over here. Just curious because remember we got out then and dropped. Yeah, we got out around right here and dropped over here. You know, I'm not a big fan. This reversal is broken. I can't trust Zillow, can't long it. But I heard BlackBerry, BBRY, is trying to do better. It's at its lows, at support level. So this could be a short-term bounce considering that we're in the holiday season. How strong this bounce would be, I wouldn't know. But it looks like a good buying opportunity right here. And it seems like he'll try to close this gap by the end of today. But we're staying away from JetBlue. This is what I just see. Okay? I'm not saying I'm going to trade it. I have to be comfortable getting into position on that particular trade before getting into it. Right? Just seeing what else the market's offering us. Trying to see a whole list of stocks. Maybe we find something interesting. You know, GM. See if Ford behave the same way. Well, a lot of stocks looks the same. They have that huge upward move, then a trail down around. I believe it's around 1050 or so, 1030. Okay, so 1020, around 1020 or so. If you look at a lot of the stocks, let's see what Citigroup did. I'll show you. And around here, you see, same time, 1010. So that's where the first red bar came for a lot of the stocks for the day when the market opened. So we'll see what happens. It does look like the market's trying to head higher. I'll put Baba back in the center. Okay, so that's what I've done. Baba's back in the center. Remember, we're long JetBlue and we're long Netflix. We got stopped at Alibaba. We'll see what happens with Alibaba. Maybe we'll jump back in. Yes, it's going to be about 2-3 points higher where we got stopped out. But hopefully it has some type of stabilization and we can make a profit. Remember, we're not chasing. We did not jump back in after we got stopped out. I mean, had we done that, we would have been profitable, right? However, I want to first see what it does before we jump in. It does look like it's going to head higher. It seems like it already broke its downtrend. Okay, we just got stopped out pretty much at its lows. And then it went up from there, right? So, I mean, it happens. Shouldn't happen often, but it does happen. And we'll see what Alibaba does moving forward right here. I'll provide you guys an update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. Traders, good morning. Zelman here today. It's December 22nd, 2014 on a Monday at 11:47 a.m. Remember, we're long Netflix, Alibaba, JetBlue, and Ford. We got stopped at Alibaba last week and we took a loss at 107.24. We're long at 107.96. Took about 300 plus about 320 loss on Alibaba. However, we're still long Netflix, JetBlue, and Ford. As you can see, all three of those are right in front of us. It seems like all three have resistance over here. Remember, we're long for all three of them. We're long Netflix at 330.42. And we place our stop order on Netflix at 328, right? So we went to 340, I guess 344.68 at its highs. And remember, our stop order is at 332 flat. For Netflix, we longed at 330. For JetBlue, we got a long 1481. Our stop is at 1511. Okay, it's at 1557 right now. This is the only positive stock that we have right now that's in the green at up 20 cents, or just about a little over 1.25%. For Ford, Ford is pretty much even for the day. It's battling even territory. We got a long Ford at 1493. We have a stop at 1473. It's at 1502. So we'll see what happens moving forward. For both Ford and Netflix, they both look stronger on a weekly basis. When you look at the weekly bars, strong hammer for Ford, and it looks like they have a strong hammer for Netflix as well, both at support levels. And we'll see what happens moving forward. I'm just going to put both of them back on the 10-minute one day. Okay, and I'll pause it here and provide you guys. Traders, quick update right now, and it's roughly 1:30 in the afternoon, December 22nd, 2014. Just providing a quick update. All stocks started out with a trend line throughout the morning after the first 20 or 30 minutes, but now the downtrend is broken for JetBlue. As you can see, that downtrend was broken Ford a while back, but it's facing resistance right now in Ford. Well, not a while back, but earlier today. But it's facing resistance right here. For Netflix, it looks the same. We got a downtrend right here that looks like it's broken, but it also has its resistance right here. You see where this uptrend is right here? So that's resistance right there. This is support right here, pretty much the lows of the day or the lows of yesterday. As you can see, that's this trend line's right there as well. All right, so there's two support levels right next to each other and a resistance level on Netflix. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by World Traders. Zelman here. It's roughly 2:24 in the afternoon, December 22nd, 2014. What I want to do is just provide you guys an update of a newer trend line. This trend line obviously is voided now since it seems like another trend was formed. Okay, so this is its downtrend right here for JetBlue, and I'll put in a guideline. This is the first support level, obviously below the day is the second support level. Right here is the third support level. Maybe just right here would be accurate. And the fourth support level is right here. And remember, our stop order is pretty much below all these at 1511, I believe it was, that we adjusted our stop to. So, you know, it's below all these stops right here. So we have a lot of support over here for us. We'll see what happens moving forward with JetBlue. For Ford, Ford's looking good. It's the only one up for us. The market's up 106 points, but this is the only stock that's, well, actually both are positive, but JetBlue's more break even. Ford, you know, they're both break even. They're about the same, both up about 10-12 cents per share for the day. But Ford is battling its highs of the day, so that's what I like to see in Ford. Remember, we have a weekly hammer on Ford. Right, so this nice hammer right here looking good at support level. So hopefully we'll see a pop moving forward. So that's good news for us on Ford. For Netflix, showing a shaky picture right now on the daily for the last few days at 10 minute. Seems like it forms a head over here, a shoulder right here. Oh, I have the trend line. I have a shoulder right here, a head right here, and it looks like a shoulder being formed right here. And it's a downtrend. Now, head and shoulders shows that a stock wants to go lower, but remember it's at support at 334.86 and at 334 flat, right? We have two support levels here, and now it's look like it's trying to hold a doji here, but there's still another 4 minutes before the market, before this time frame closes. Remember, this is a 10-minute bar chart, so each bar represents 10 minutes. Okay, so now it's 2:26 in the afternoon with about 3.5 minutes remaining before this time frame closes. All right, so but that's Netflix. Remember, we got in long on Netflix at 330.42, and we adjusted our stop to 332 flat. Right now, it's at 334 to 334.85 right now. So you know, worst case scenario, if it does stop us out, we'll make roughly a point and a half or so on Netflix. Not much, but remember, better to be positive than have a positive trade than a negative trade, right? I'll pause here, provide you guys. Traders, Zelman here right now. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, 30 minutes before the market closed, December 22nd, 2014. And Ford just formed a new high. As you can see, it traded sideways, battled the highs of the day. Late day pop made a huge surge. That's good for us. We like to see that. We're long Ford, so that's good news for us. Now, for JetBlue trading sideways, but it seems like it's trading within this. Well, let me just get rid of this last guideline. Made a boo-boo. Okay, so right here. Oh, and trend lines always get to me. Okay, so right around here is its downtrend. Right here. Okay, so we'll see what happens moving forward with JetBlue. It was in a downtrend throughout the day, but it looks like as it ends to the close, and it can stay here, trade sideways, maybe go upwards. This will be healthy for JetBlue. For Netflix, I believe we'd like to see it close above $338. It's at 335 right now. Remember, we have our stop order on Netflix at 332 flat, and we got along at 330.42. So we'll make about $1.50, a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on our stop order. When we get stopped out, what's the next available price? Okay, so I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update after the market close. Oh, and one more thing. I do apologize if you guys ended up seeing a Skype call as I was pausing. I'm working on a new project. It's called My Campcast. It's going to be in the Google Play Store, hopefully Christmas Day on 2014. Hopefully, My Campcast allows individuals to share a live video feed through VIA text messages and emails, regardless of what part of the country or any country you're in. As long as you have access to Google Android phone, you can provide live streaming recordings as you record with everyone in your contact list and other MyCamcast users. Like I said, it should be available Christmas Day, December 25th, 2014. And hopefully, hopefully people will enjoy using this and sharing Christmas Day with their loved ones. And I'll pause it here. Once again, my name is Zelman, and this tutorial is provided to you by World Trading. Traders, wrapping up, market just closed. It's 4:01 in the afternoon, December 22nd, 2014. JetBlue, it pretty much broke even for the day, up 3 cents, 15.40. It was as high as 15.74 and trailed down all the way to its lows of the days by the end of the close. For Ford, different picture. Actually closed at the highs of the day today at the end. Up only 19 cents a share, but been pretty choppy till the end of the day. Looking good coming into tomorrow's trading day. And Netflix, similar picture at Ford. In the beginning, anyway, as Ford, as JetBlue, but then the last 30 minutes, I would say last 30 minutes of JetBlue had a different pattern for Netflix. You see that? So Netflix looks like it's going to bounce over here. Hopefully it gaps up higher and continues to go higher. Our stop order on JetBlue is 15.11. For Ford, it's 14.73. And for Netflix, it's 3.32. Nothing's going to be changed. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update sometime tomorrow, trading hours. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you. Traders, December 23rd, 10:11 in the morning right now, 2014, providing you an update. JetBlue opened up and dropped a little bit lower, went to as low as 15.27. Our stop orders at 15.11, still stays the same. We'll see what happens moving forward. Ford up about 16 cents, just about 1%. Our stop order for Ford is 14.73. We got in long at 14.93. What we're going to do is we're going to increase the stop order to the lows of the day, a penny below the lows of the day, to 15.20. And remember, our stop order is 14.73. It's 1,500 shares. So right now, worst case scenario would be in the money by 27 cents if we get stopped out. And Netflix, our stop order is at 332. Went as low as 332.31. Our stop order is the same. It's down 57 cents. I'll provide you guys another update sometime. Traders, 11:05 in the morning, December 23rd, 2014. Let's take a look over here at JetBlue. Remember, our stop order is at 15.11. Went to as low as 15.15 and bounced back up. We'll see what happens moving forward over here. Remember, this was the last area of support before ours, which was 15.12, a penny above 15.11. Let me see if I can push this back and show you guys. Right here, you see this? Our stop order is below this. You see the low at 15.12? That's where our stop is at 15.11. If you notice, we went to 15.15. Okay, so our stop order was about 4 cents away. It didn't take us out. Can it? Only time will tell. We'll see. Worst case scenario, if it does, we still have profited on it. Not much, but a small profit. Remember, we picked up 700 shares, and we longed it at 14.81. So about 30 cents. That's not bad. It's a little over $100, about $150 or so. If it does stop us out, profit. Not too bad for Ford. Okay, it's up 13 cents today. 15.35 currently. Seemed like it just formed a nice strong support level with this hammer. Remember, we longed Ford at 14.93, and we placed our stop order earlier today, penny below the open at 15.20. Worst case scenario, if it does stop us out, we have 1,500 shares long. 15.20. That's let's say 25 cents, right? So that's about $400 or so on Ford. Let's just do the calculations. Let's see. So if we're going with the exact figures, it's 15, 20, 25. It's 27 cents, but let's say 25 cents, right? Times 1,500 shares. And worst case scenario, if we get stopped out, it's 375. I do apologize, not 500. And for Netflix, let's go back in here. For Netflix, currently, it's at 337.03. Remember, we placed our stop order at 32 flat on Netflix, and we longed it at 330.42. Today, it went to 332.31, and our stop order is at 332 flat. So it was 31 cents away from our stop. Held it, battling its current highs of the day. It has two levels of resistance, one right here, another one right there. But let me see if I can bring this up. There you go. This is the second level. This is the first level of resistance. This is the second one right here, this line, okay, which is the highs of the day. And it looks like we have a W wedge forming. This is a support level right here, and there's another one which is at the lows of the day, which I'm not going to post up here. We're expecting Netflix to go higher. I'm hoping it hits 400 points within 3 weeks, okay? My positions are usually 2 days to 2 weeks. But 3 weeks is what we're expecting on for Netflix. Okay, so we'll see what happens if it hits 400 or close to it. But 3 weeks, and I hope I don't have to record for 3 weeks. But I'm expecting a target price of 400, and I will trail up my stops. But we're looking to see if it could give us 400 Netflix at $400 a share. I would say by January 15th, okay, or somewhere close to that. 3 weeks from the Monday that just passed. All right, so I'll pause here, provide. Traders, it's 11:53 in the morning, December 23rd, 2014, providing you another update. JetBlue just now up, well, about 10 minutes ago, tested the lows of the day and hit 15.16. Remember the low was 15.15. It tested the lows, tried to form a support. This is a double bottom, possible W wedge. A triple bottom is usually stronger, but we'll see what happens. Remember, we're about 10 cents, 11 cents away from getting stopped out right now. Uh, you know, maybe it'll go higher here. It seems like it formed a double bottom, so this could be its resistance. It seems like we placed our stop order at the right price level. Only time will tell, right? We'll see. We'll see if it bounces off these levels and continues to go higher. Worst case scenario, we still profited, so that's not too bad. Ford's still looking good for us, trading sideways, but you know, at its highs, pretty much its highs of the day. For Netflix, trading sideways, also at its highs of the day. Also has a nice bull flag W wedge right in front of us, and a reversal head and shoulders. We have three plays. We have a shoulder here, somewhat of a shoulder here, and a head over here, right here. We also have a bullish engulfing pattern right here, also a W edge with this line and this with these two bars and these two bars. So we have a lot of positive momentum showing us in Netflix moving forward. So I'll pause it here. Traders, just wanted to provide you a quick update. It's 1:27 in the afternoon, December 23rd, 2014, and the Dow is at session highs, not to mention pretty much at all-time highs right now. Yesterday it closed 1 point above its all-time high close. Today it's at all-time highs, broke through to 18,000 at the open, and you can see right now it's at all-time highs right there. See that? We got a nice reversal play right here. Hopefully we can get a pop to 18.5. That will look very nice for our longs. Obviously, JetBlue currently disagreeing with us with this downtick right here. Netflix trading sideways, still staying above that 332 mark. That looks good for us. And Ford is the only one trading and following the market's movement. Look at this. Well, let's just first go to the 10-minute one day on the Dow. So this is 2 days on the Dow. This is what the Dow is doing today. From here on, well, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go across here and remove last. All right, so from here on this point till currently right now, right? So look, it says 9:30 in the morning down below right here, right? 9:30 in the morning. That's what happened today. Pretty much the Dow, and Ford's pretty much similar picture. Take a look. All right, so this is Ford, 9:30 in the morning, did the same thing, trading sideways and upward trend, right? As for JetBlue, completely did the opposite, and so has Netflix. All right, when it opened up, it traded lower, and been trading sideways, but above its support levels for both of them, and our support levels actually right below where they currently traded for the lows of the day. For JetBlue, our stop order is at 15.11, and the low of the day is at 15.15. So that's its pretty much its lows of the day. That's its support, and we're just a couple of pennies away from that, about 4 cents. And for Netflix, right now it's at 335.82. The low of the day is 332.31, and our stop order is at 332 flat. Okay, so our stop orders right where the lows of the day are. Hopefully this is a support, and we'll see what happens for both JetBlue and Netflix. We're still doing okay. We're doing well for Ford. Looking good for us. Seems like it'll continue to go higher for the rest of the week. I'll pause it here. Traders, 1:46 in the afternoon, just providing you a quick update. It's December 23rd, 2014, like I stated. For Netflix, take a look. Remember I showed you this bull flag / W wedge and reversal. Looks like that reversal shoulder is taking effect. So here's a stronger shoulder. Well, let me erase everything. Well, let me erase everything. Let's start with the guidelines first, okay? So let's go with the guidelines. All right, so we had a support level for right here. We had a support level for right here. And we had a resistance level for right here, okay? And now let me show you some, well, excuse me. Now let me show you some patterns. Here we have a shoulder. Here we have a shoulder, and here we have a head. Right? So it looks like a reversal place coming in effect. Some can say, well, this shoulder is not that strong. This could be a better one. Same thing. But I just chose this one because this is a lower low than this one. So I looked at this as a shoulder and this one as a shoulder because it's lower than this one. But this shoulder is higher than this shoulder. I know it's a little complicated. You'll learn more when you take a course with us. Anyhow, right now it seems like it found support. You see, remember when I told you we had a bull flag this way with a W edge? Looks like it could turn around. And what happened was, as soon as it hit that peak right here, you see it didn't break through that resistance? It trailed down, right? And stood underneath that trend, went down. But when it went up to the support level right here, it's trying to fight it and been trading sideways, trying to bounce off of this level. And the MAC histogram trying to get back into positive territory. So that looks good for Netflix. And you see something, I'm not going to say something similar, but JetBlue is also behaving. Hit a double bottom, formed a W edge, trailing up, formed a new support level just right. Well, let me just try to fix that right here. So it has a new support level. Obviously, this is a stronger support level at the low of the day, and I'll just put that right here. Well, pretty much where our stop order is at 15.11. 15.15 is the low of the day. But we'll see what happens. It finally looks like, coming into the late afternoon, that both JetBlue and Netflix finally stabilized. Even though it's trading downwards at the open, but pretty much traded sideways throughout the day, I'm hoping to see hopefully a new high by the end of today, especially with the markets at all-time highs. Dow's up about 110. Nasdaq's the only one lagging, and maybe this is the reason why, because both JetBlue and Netflix are traded on the Nasdaq, and it's down about 6.5, almost 7 points. S&P's up about 6.5, 7. Both S&P and the Dow Jones are pretty much at all-time highs. But for the Nasdaq, let me just put up the Nasdaq over here. And there we go. This is a Nasdaq gapped up but trailed downwards. Up, traded up to the support levels, pretty much around yesterday's sideways levels, and seems like he's trying to rebound off that right now. This is what Nasdaq looks like right now. Each bar represents 1 day. This is a daily chart within a 100-day period. Okay, so looks like there's a little bit of resistance, I guess, for the Nasdaq early this morning, but let's take a look at the weekly picture. Weekly picture on the 13-week doesn't look that bad. On the 1 year, it does look strong. Maybe it's just a little down day today, and maybe it'll turn around by the end of the day, hopefully. And hopefully we'll see JetBlue and Netflix hit a new high for the day. I'll pause it here and provide you guys another update soon. I'm just gonna put up forward real quick. Okay, and I'll pause it here and provide you guys another update. Traders, 2:40 in the afternoon, December 23rd, 2014, and Netflix just hit a new high for the day today, just now, recently, a couple of moments ago, trailing back down, but it hit a new high for the day. That does look good for us. It can bounce again, maybe one more time before it continues going higher, but it should bounce and stay above this support level right here, okay? So we'll see what happens moving forward. Netflix, JetBlue, battling, trying to get into break-even territory. We'll see what happens moving forward for JetBlue as well. And Ford, obviously, battling today's highs, currently at pretty much almost the highs of its day. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update. Traders, 3:45 in the afternoon, December 23rd, 2014. Market's about to close in about 15 minutes. And if you notice, Ford trickled down a little bit over here, pretty much at its support levels right now. Right around here, this is its support level, right here, that's its first support level. Remember, our stop order is a penny below the low at right over there, okay? And I have PLKD over here, recommended it to one of my friends at 0.2 of a penny. It's at 0.7 right now. They're supposedly doing some repurchase agreement of their shares. For every bottle sold, 10% will be repurchased from beginning of the new year till December 2015. So we're looking good. I'm looking into this. My friend's extremely happy right now, and we'll see what PLKD has to do for him. However, let's just go back into Netflix, because Netflix was over here. So let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix is at 336 right now. and formed a high today and trailed back down. Looks like JetBlue and Ford follow through the last 30 minutes or so, and we see somewhat of an M wedge over here, and even M wedge over here, and that's what brought its decline further for both JetBlue and Netflix. For JetBlue and Ford, this is for Netflix. Netflix is all the way to the right. Now for Netflix over here, it did go up the last 30 minutes, similar to Ford and JetBlue. However, it went down from its highs of the day, where both Ford and JetBlue didn't go down from the highs of the day. They actually formed a newer resistance level right below the highs of the day, and then went down from there. Um, uh, does it make a difference? It does, because it shows more resistance in Ford and JetBlue than in Netflix. However, we have to take into consideration that tomorrow the market could gap up and just remove the resistance away, or if pre-market, there's great news moving forward, maybe the stocks would just go higher from where it opened, where it closed today. The last thing I want to see is for any of these stocks to gap down, because if they gap down, chances are we could get stopped out. Remember, our stop order is 15.11 on JetBlue. Our stop order is 15.20 for Ford. Yes, for Ford. I keep confusing Ford and JetBlue. Our stop order is 15.20. It was at 15.11, but I increased it to a penny below the lows of today, which is 15.20. Okay, so we adjusted our stop order of Ford. And for Netflix, it's still at 332 flat, right? So worst thing we want to see, and you know what? I do apologize. I just realized something. JetBlue, we have our stop order at 15.11, and Ford, we have our stop order at 15.20. Okay, that's why I was confused. I was sure that I had a stop order at 15.11. They're both at pretty much the same price levels. Okay, so JetBlue, our stop order is at 15.11. For Ford, our stop order is at 15.20. For Netflix, our stop order is at 332, is at 336. So like I said, this is why we don't want it to gap down tomorrow. But if it does, we still profited on all three. If for some reason continues to go out our way, that's all profits moving forward. That's just eating some more cash, putting more cash in our pockets moving forward. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update after the close. Right now it's 3:48 in the afternoon, December 23rd, 2014. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. My name is Zelman. Hopefully I'll see you in one of our courses available in 2015. Traders, 4:12 in the afternoon, December 23rd, 2014. Just providing you an update for the close. We're going to keep our stop orders the same for JetBlue at 15.11, Ford at 15.20, and Netflix at $332 flat. All three of them are pretty much near our stop order. We'll see tomorrow if there's a up push forward, or maybe even gap up, trade higher in extended hours. Maybe open up higher tomorrow. That's what I have my fingers crossed on all three. We'll see what happens. I don't think we'll get stopped out on any of these three, but only time will tell. It seems like we're getting a nice support level for Netflix. See, we had two shoulders right here ahead and one, and it looks like if another one can form, well, let me do a trend line right here. Another one can form right around here, well, here or so. That would be great, right? Okay, so if we get another one, and then it could go upwards this way, that will be a strong bottom in Netflix, and should go into $400 a share in 3 weeks time from today, or from beginning of this week, this Monday, which was the 22nd, 2014. Today is the 23rd of December, 2014. Okay, so I'll pause it here, and I'll provide you guys an update sometime during market hours tomorrow. Remember, this is Zelman with WorldTradingInstitute.com. Traders, good morning, 9:32 a.m., December 24, 2014. Market doing well, up 26 points. We're looking at new highs today. JetBlue gapped up at 1537. Not too bad. We're expecting gapped up in all three. We're hoping the market will push them forward this early morning from getting us stopped out. So Ford JetBlue and Netflix all pretty much opened up at the same price where they closed, except for JetBlue, gapped up by a nickel or maybe 7 cents per share prior to the market open. We'll see what happens moving forward. We're expecting all three to go higher. 100 plus points on the Dow will help us out. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update throughout the day. Traders, December 24, 2014, 10:22 in the morning. JetBlue forms support level at the lows of today, 1531. We should increase our stop orders, but we'll keep it at 1511. I want to see play around over there for right now. For Ford, our stop orders at 1520 to 1529. Went to as low as 1525, so we'll see if this support can hold. If it doesn't, we still made some money on Ford. And for Netflix, popped up at the open, showing resistance at the highs of the day right now. You'll see it bounce back, but our stop order at 332 looks solid. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, December 24, 2014, 12:25 in the afternoon. Let's take a look at what's going on. JetBlue trading around its trading range. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, so right now, this is its trading range, even though the shadows broke through, but we'll look at the solid bars, right? So this is its trading range, and this seems like this is its support level right here, okay? This is its support level. Remember, it has to close, the full bar has to close underneath this line right here, the full bar, not the shadow. See the shadow? You see the shadows on top and below? That doesn't mean anything. We need a solid bar to close over it. And if it does close over this support level, it'll go lower. If it stays above it and breaks over this resistance level, it'll go higher, okay? It's trading sideways right now. You see how it's trading back and forth within that range, okay? It has a trading range. This is the low of the day. Our stop order is at 1511, which is a penny below this low right here. Well, I guess this long tail. Well, that's 1515. But our stop order is 1511. Let me just go 3 days back, show you exactly where it is. Right here, a penny below this low. Right? 1515. Same thing like I showed you. Okay? So, but we have it at 1511. So let's move forward and now let's talk about Ford. Ford, you see how we have, well, same thing with Ford. Let's just fix that to right here. This is a support level. Our stop order was at 1520 and went to as low as 1525 right here. Okay, I guess within from 940 to 950, I guess the first 20 minutes that the market opened, it hit 1525, stabilized just about above it, a penny or two above it, stabilized, and now actually confirmed and formed support. It's going higher. The resistance level was right here there's two resistance levels. This is the first resistance level for Ford at this level right here. I don't have the cross here, so I can't see it exactly. At, I guess, 1530. Well, this was the first resistance level, which was broken through, right? Now, the second resistance level is right here. Okay, so we'll see what happens moving forward with Ford, but I still like Ford. It looks healthy. Our stop order is at 1520. It went as low as 1525. Seems like it's bouncing back up. It looks good. For JetBlue, also looks healthy. You notice it's creating higher support levels, so that looks good for us. I like higher support levels. And if you notice the resistance level, well, you know, this resistance level was higher than this resistance level. However, this resistance level was higher than this resistance level. So we had a new higher resistance here, and we had higher lows of supports. That's what it looks like. It looks like this bar right here formed the support right here. So that looks good. And if we get a higher high right here, from this resistance level, you know what? It's showing that uptrend's moving up forward. Okay. For Netflix over here, it's at 342 right now. Looking good. It's up about 5.5 points, just under 2%, about 1 3/4%. And it's looking good. It's looking strong. Remember, I'm predicting $400 in about 3 weeks. It seems like it got a lot of room to go, but you know, hopefully this is the beginning. I would like it to see it break through 350, maybe 345, 350. And if it does, I'm pretty sure it's just going to explode.
That's why I gave a target price of $400 in 3 weeks time. Hopefully I'm right and I don't make a fool out of myself over here, okay? And it does look like it'll get there. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. All right, so we'll see what happens in 3 weeks time. We'll probably be done with this tutorial, but we'll review it in the following tutorial moving forward. We'll just take a look at Netflix in another tutorial outside of this one once we get out of positions. If we do get out of Netflix anyway. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update real soon. Remember, we are long Netflix 30 shares at $330.42. Our stop order was increased from originally $320.79 all the way up to currently $332. Now, for Alibaba, we got stopped out. We took a $350 loss. Remember, we longed at 107.96. We picked up I believe it was 500 shares or something like that, and we placed our stop order at 107.24. Okay, so that that was the first loss we had. Our first trade was a loss. For JetBlue, we longed it at 14.81, and original stop was at 14.31, and now we increased it to 15.11. Right now it's trading at 15.45, so it doesn't look too bad. We have 700 shares of JetBlue. We also longed Ford at 14.93. We started our stop at 14.73, and we trailed it up to 15.20. It hit as low as 15.24 today, but right now it's at 15.33, and we have 1,500 shares of that. Okay, so for all trades, our stop orders are above our cost price. So worst case scenario, we walk away from a profit for all three of these, excluding Baba that we lost $350 on, or about $320 or so. However, we get out, if we get out here, pull the trigger, we get out at a higher price, we made a nice profit. But I'm looking for another bounce up, a leg up for all three of these. And this is why I have my stop orders that I believe in an accurate price. It tested the resistance level, didn't stop me out, and went back up for both Ford and JetBlue, and even Netflix, right? We're at 332. Yesterday it was testing it. Let's take a look. Yesterday it was testing 332, right? And went as low as 332.31. So my support, my stop orders are at the right price, right below the support levels. Right above, excuse me, right below the support levels where I entered my stop, and it seems like they're accurate areas. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. This is a trading strategy that I've been using for quite a while. It works. Take one of our courses, review all our tutorials. All the tutorials that I provide are in real time. The markets are actually going on in real time while I do the recording. I don't do a recording all day long because, who's going to watch a 7.5 hour video of one day? So I try to consolidate as much video as I can within the tutorial so you can see what happened in a few days or within a week or two times frame than just one trading day. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, December 24, 2014, 1:20 in the afternoon. Market just closed about 20 minutes ago. Everything looks good coming into, I guess, Friday's trading day. Pause here, provide you an update sometime during Friday's trading day, which will be on the 26th of December 2014. Traders, good morning. December 26, 2014. It's a Friday, day after Christmas, 10:38 in the morning. Merry Christmas to all the individuals that celebrate Christmas. Anyhow, let's do an update on JetBlue, Ford, and Netflix. Let's start with JetBlue. JetBlue gapped up at the open. Seems like it's real strong right here. Has a support level at about 1560, 1558 or so, and then obviously a new support level at the low of the day. It's a strong support level. Remember, we got in long JetBlue at 1481, and our stop orders at 1511. Okay, right now it's at 1568. All right, so it's looking good there. We'll probably trail up our stop by the end of today to a penny below the low of today at 1546, but it's a little too soon to make that statement. Actually, it's not too soon. We can actually do that, and you know what? Let's do that right now, just because I know if it does hit 1546, I believe it will go lower. So I'm gonna place our stop order from 1511 to 1546 on JetBlue. Okay. And then from there, let's take it to Ford. Remember, we got a long Ford at 1493 to 1541. We trailed our stop up to 1520. I believe that's accurate. We shouldn't adjust anything currently right now in Ford. It's still looking good. It looks healthy for us. For Netflix, Netflix we got in long at 330.42. It's at 344.70. Remember, we have 30 shares short of Netflix. Excuse me, 30 shares longs on Netflix. If you guys don't recall, we have 700 shares long of JetBlue and 1,500 shares long of Ford. We got stopped at Alibaba for a $350 loss. But let's go back into Netflix. Right now it's at 344.74, and we're up about 13 points or so, but we only have 30 shares. However, we increased our stop order to 332. What I believe is we can increase our stop order. I want to give it a little bit more than a penny of the low today, so I'm going to go to this tail right here and place a stop order at 340.60 since the low is at 340.63. Okay, so we're adjusting it to our stop order to from 332 to 340.60. Yeah, 8 points and change, a little bit, 7.5 points or so. We trailed up our stop to capture some more profits. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update real soon. Remember, the tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. Courses are available for 2015. Go to WorldTradingInstitute.com and choose a course of a month that you have some time to learn how to trade the markets. Once again, my name is Zelman. I'll provide you guys another update real soon. Traders, JetBlue just hit a new high for the day moments ago at 1572. The previous high of the day was at 1571. That happened at the first 10 minutes at the open. Seems like JetBlue just formed a new high. Ford looking strong. We want to keep it. We're looking at its current support levels right here. Oh, a little bit lower than that, but right around here. And the resistance level is just right around there. So it's in this trading range. Hopefully it'll go upwards. We have a similar trend for Netflix as well. This is the resistance support right there. I do apologize. This is the first resistance level. Well, that's the second one. This is the first resistance level, and this is the second one. And this is a support level right here. So I'd like to see it break through this resistance. And I think if it breaks through here and closes a solid bar above the first resistance level, it should form a new high for the day and break the second resistance level. I mean, if it does do that, right? I'll pause it here and provide you guys another update. It looks like JetBlue's testing the 1572s, try to break through the 1572s into 1573s real shortly right now. That's what it looks like it's going to do. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update real soon. Traders, 2:21 in the afternoon, Friday, December 26, 2014. Up right now, Netflix right here to the right. Seems like it's becoming more and more bearish throughout the day. Let me show you what it looks like today and yesterday. So this was yesterday's move from here to right here. And this green bar was today. And as you can see, it formed a newer low right here. And it seems like there's a huge downtrend being formed. Let me just put this trend line for you guys. And bear with me. Oh, crying out loud. There you go. Alright. So we got this trend line being formed right here. And as you can see, we're waiting to see if Netflix could pop above this trend. And this could be a new support level right here. Well, let me just go into crosshairs. Let me use this as a support level. Okay? So this is the support level. It's in a downtrend. We'd like to see if it holds the support level and crosses above this downtrend line. This will help out long into today's trading day with just a little over an hour and a half remaining before the market closed this weekend. When I look on Netflix on the daily chart, you can see that it did form some type of support into reversal, but today it's somewhat been lagging. Went higher for the first 10 minutes and then just lagged throughout the day. But on the weekly chart, it still looks strong. It does look healthy. I was hoping for a push up, I would say around 360, but we didn't get that. It's at 341, slightly higher than last week's close. If it stays here, it closes above higher where it's at right now. However, the volume was okay. I mean, if it was at like 21 million last week, it would have been good. But remember, it tested those 315s and popped back up based on our other tutorials. So we wanted a long it, and we are long right now. So we're in the money, and even if we get stopped out, we're still profitable. So it's okay. It's not too bad. Our stop order right now is at 340.60, and it hit a low of 340.84. Okay, so we adjusted our stop. And let me go back to 1 day, and this is this is pretty much where the support is, and our stop order is at 340.60. So just right there, just right around that area. So we'll see what happens. You see that support's at 364, and our stop order is at 360. So we'll see if we get stopped out or not. It's at 341.49, so just about a point from getting stopped out. And if we do get stopped out, we walked out with a profit. That's what we care about. For Ford, pretty much battled its highs of the day right here. It didn't form a new high. It seemed like a battle of highs of the day and hit resistance. Doesn't look too bad, but I'm also skeptical over here. The daily looks good, but on the weekly right now, the weekly, I want to see it to form a new high and probably close just around where this red bar is where it opened up. I would say about 1570. So, yes, 2 weeks ago, market opened on the Monday, the first trading day of the week. That's where we wanted to close today. Try to confirm support, continuation of the support in an uptrend. It's about 15 cents away. Excuse me, a little bit more. It's about 25 cents away. Uh, Today's the last trading day. Will it hit? I don't think so, but we'll want to see how strong it'll end. And, coming into Monday, it could have a strong week. And that goes for all these stocks. The problem is it's a Friday, it's a day after Christmas, it's a long weekend. A lot of people are away. It's very volatile today, trading day. Not a lot of volume as usual. This is nothing new. It's consistent day after Christmas or like right into the holidays. So, it's usually volatile times around this year until the new year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. For JetBlue keeps holding support, bouncing around today's support level. Every time it trails up, you see it bounces back up. So this is a good support level of 1560. Remember, for JetBlue, we have our stop order at 1546 right now. Pretty much a penny below today's low at 1547. See right here. And for Ford, we have our stop order right now at 1520. We have not trailed our stop. Excuse me. We have not trailed our stop to the low of today because I just believe, the low of today is 1525. We're 6 cents from that. I think. I think where the stop order is just as good. Take a little bit more of a risk with Ford, but I get to see it run. If it goes to that price and then goes back up, I'm okay. But I don't think it's going to happen. And, my stop order is 5 cents away. It's not a drastic change. If it was 20 cents, I would adjust it. 25 cents, I'd definitely adjust it. But 5 cents, I'll leave it where it is. I'll pause it here and provide you guys another update soon. It's 2:27 in the afternoon, December 26, 2014. And hopefully Netflix could turn around over here and show some light at the end of the tunnel before the trading close today. And hopefully perform very strong next week. I'll pause it here. Traders, we're moments away of getting stopped out on Netflix. Our stop order is 340.60. Right now it's at 340.76. That's its lows. We'll see what happens here. I have to pause it here. I have a call to get to. But I'll start recording if we get stopped out or if we don't once I get off this call. Be right back, guys. Traders, extending my call for another 5 minutes, so I just want to give you an update. We got stopped out right here at 340.60, right? We got stopped out 340.56. That was the next available order. Right now it's 57 by 65, the bid and ask. We had 30 shares long, and we got out of position. We made about $300, just about 300, like 304 or something like that. But we made 300 and walked out of position. So now we're down just about $20. Taking the Alibaba profit out. well, the Alibaba loss and the Netflix profit. So we're down about 20 or so dollars, but we have two stocks. If they take us out, we profit in both. It won't be positive, but I'll pause it here, provide you another update. We're still long JetBlue and Ford, but we're out of Netflix. Traders, December 29, 2014. It's 12:25 a.m. Monday morning, just about a little over 9 hours before the market opens this Monday a.m. Just providing you an update since Friday market close. Had not had time to provide you guys an update. I remember we got out of Netflix. We got out of our long position. We got stopped out at 340.60, and we captured just about a little over 10 points on Netflix. We lost about on Alibaba. We lost about, I believe it was 70 cents. We had 500 shares, so we took about a 300 and change hit over there. But we made about 300 change on Netflix. But we're still long JetBlue and Ford. Our stop order stayed the same. Our last stop order for JetBlue was 1546, and for Ford was 1520. Remember, we have 700 shares long JetBlue and 1500 shares long for Ford. I'll pause it here, provide you guys an update sometime during today's market trading hours. Roughly, market opens a little more than 9 hours from now. It's 12:26 a.m., December 29, 2014. I'll provide you an update during market hours sometime today during trading hours. Pause it here. Be back soon. Traders, good morning, 9:37 a.m. on Monday, September 29, 2014. It looks like the very first few minutes of JetBlue, we got stopped out. Our stop order was at 1546. It's at 1548 and went as low as 1533. We got stopped out at 1546 at our stop order. Remember, we were long 700 shares at 1481. We got stopped out at 1546. We made about 65 cents per share profit. That's about a $400 profit on 700 shares. So right now we're up about $400. $450. Right now, after trading, being in Netflix, Alibaba, and JetBlue, we're still long Ford. We didn't get out of position. We're going to put out a stop order. We're going to increase our stop order a penny below today's low from 1520 to 1533. And remember, we longed Ford at 1493. So we're looking at about 40 cents from here. So 40 cents from here with $1,500 is an extra $600. Not sure if that's feasible if we get out here. At least I don't think so. I believe we can go higher. That's if we get stopped out, right? So if we get stopped out, we make an additional $600, but we're not going to get stopped out. Well, we're not going to get out of position right here on Ford. We'll try to get stopped out, or we'll, see and wait for Ford to go higher, and we'll pull the trigger then. Right now, Ford's at 1549. Once again, this tutorial is brought to you by World Trading Institute. We got out of Alibaba for about a $300 loss. We made $300 profit on Netflix, gap down today. And plus, we made an additional $450 on JetBlue, and we're still long Ford. Ford's at 1549 by 1550 right now. We have 1,500 shares long Ford. I'll pause here, provide you guys an update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. 14. Trail up our stop for Ford. I want to trail up our stop to 1553. It's at 1561. It seems like it's going to try to bounce low. I'm just trying to capture as much profits as I can. So I put my stop order a penny below this bar right here at 1553. Worst case scenario, if it does take us out at 1553, we would have made about 60 cents on 1,500 shares. Okay, so that's a good chunk. That's about $900. That's not too bad. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update. Zelman here. It's 2:02 in the afternoon on December 29, 2014, and we just got stopped out of Ford. Okay, our stop order was at 1553, and right now it's at 1553 by 1554. Took us out. We profited it. We got out of position. We made 900 for Ford. We made roughly, I believe it was 450 for JetBlue, 300 for Netflix, and we lost about 300, 320 on Alibaba. Okay, so at the end, worst case scenario, well, not worst case scenario, but at the end, we made about 13 to 47 trading days or so. I mean, could have gone better, but remember we have to capture our profits. As long as we profit, that's all that matters. We'll get those big movements eventually. It's only a matter of time, but eventually we'll capture them. Trading smart with similar to these tactics, always capture some type of profits, and you want to capture as much profits as you can. And if it takes you out for a profit, that's fine, right? As long as it's for a profit. If it takes you out for a loss based on your stop order, that's also fine because you gave it a certain degree of risk it should take before for your reward relationship. However, if it does not go to your target price, as long as you profited it and got stopped out, that's all that matters. Eventually, you will capture those profits. If he was looking for 5 points and got 1.5 points, eventually you'll get that 5 points. All right. You just have to be patient. There's 52 weeks out of the year, and it'll come along as you continue trading like this. Last thing you want to do is be more loose with your trades, and instead of a profit, you could walk out with a loss on your trades. I'll pause it here. Well, actually, I won't pause it here. I'll end this tutorial right here. Remember, it's December 29, 2014, 2:04 p.m. Monday morning. It's a long weekend. I do apologize. I'll update this tutorial right now on YouTube and at worldtradinginstitute.com. Hope you enjoyed reviewing this tutorial, and hopefully I'll speak to you, and I'll see you in one of our trading courses real soon.